welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a very exciting video. I have been wanting to film this for the past month and a half. So today, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how I take my notes / how I study. So basically, I'm just going to take you guys through the step-by-step process of how I do all of that, and I'm going to show you guys visuals of me doing that. You guys have seen in previous vlogs me taking notes, and I think that's where your interest had peaked from that, why you guys wanted to see this video. So basically, I'm just going to be going more in depth of how I do it and showing you guys kind of my process, what works for me. So taking notes varies. The first kind of step for me is I have to decide, do I need to start taking my notes before my class or lecture to prep for it? So some classes my professor will give me a reading that I have to do before the next class. So then I will do that reading. I will highlight over important information that I see in that reading. And then with that highlighted information, I will go to my notebook and I will just go through the process of rewriting and making sense of what I had just read. So because my sort of thinking process would be through my highlighting and actual reading, when I write those notes, I do them in my black notebook, which is my permanent kind of finalized notebook. Everything's very neat and organized. But let's say I didn't have to do any prep and instead I'm just taking notes during my lecture for one of my classes. That would all take place in my white notebook, which is basically just a very unorganized blob of notes. I don't have any organization with it. It literally goes page to page. I could have math notes and then the next page could be my organizational communication notes. So it really has no structure because the whole point of that notebook is to just get all the information down. I literally scribble. A lot of times it's not even legible what I'm writing, but that's not the point of it. The point of it is to literally just try and get as much information down as I can. So with those notes, there's no sort of structure. I'm only paying attention to what the professor is saying and what is on the note slides. I like to break up my notes by slide. So I'll take a different color pen for each start of a new slide. So for example, I'd take the color orange and I'd write the title of the slide, and then in black I'd go through and write what the professor is saying, what the professor is talking about. And that just helps break it down so that when I'm writing my notes later, I can kind of make sense of the different topics that he's going through. And then after that lecture, I have to go through the process of rewriting those notes. Basically, I have that white notebook with all my scribbled down notes, just all the information that I need to kind of make sense of. And then my black notebook that's very organized, neat. The black notebook that I have, I split up into 5 sections because it is a 5-subject notebook, which keeps everything really nicely. I really like having just one big 5-subject because you normally take 4 to 5 classes when you're in college. It's nice to just be able to throw that in your backpack. You never have to worry about bringing 4 or 5 different notebooks. I split up each subject obviously by class, so then it doesn't really matter that my white 5-subject notebook was very unorganized and my notes are all over the place, because once I rewrite them, I make sense of them in my head. All my notes are also in chronological order because I take that messy white subject notebook and put them each into rewritten form in my black notebook and my class. It keeps everything so organized and neat and just perfect, so that when I go back and I'm studying for an exam, I have everything right there. I can make sense of where things are and I know I'm not missing anything. So getting on into the process of actually writing out my notes. I like to keep my notes very minimalistic and clean looking, but I like to keep lots of visuals and colors and still keeping it very neat and clean. So a lot of times I look things up online. I'll look up diagrams, I look up videos, I look up even just pictures to help put those images in my head when I read those words, so that when I'm taking the test, I kind of have a mental picture, or I have something to relate with that word. It just helps me with my memorization. In the future, when I see a certain vocabulary word or a certain concept on paper, I'm able to relate it back to the colors that I'd been using when I was studying it, or the the pictures that I'd been using and drawing out while I was studying it. So it really helps just sink in those concepts. So I have lots of different pens that I love using for that. I have Stadlers, which are more a thin pen. I have my Copics, which are a thicker, almost a calligraphy pen. And then I also have my mild liners, which have 2 sides. Along with all my pens and stuff, I love Post-it notes, and I love just making my notes colorful and visual. So adding a Post-it note, even if it's just the vocabulary word and then to the right of it is the definition, it just is helping me put everything on paper in a way that's easier for me to look at. So when I look at something, it's not like I just have a big page of black and white and it's just writing and I have to read through it and make sense of it. When I have my Post-it notes and my colors and my pictures that I've drawn out, it really just helps me understand those concepts So now I'm just going to insert some footage of me actually taking notes so you guys can see what I mean by using all the different colors, using different fonts, using different pictures and post-it notes, and just the actual layout of my notes. So hopefully that you guys can understand and get a visual of what I'm saying. Video lived up to your expectations and that I helped you guys out a little bit. I've never done a video like this, but I really love this kind of stuff, so let me know anything in the comments below, like any ways I could make videos like this better, or things that you want to know more about. If I didn't go into detail about a certain part of taking notes or studying that you guys would like me to, let me know and I can respond to you in the comments or make another video. The main point of this video is just to kind of inspire you guys to study and to make your notes more creative. That's honestly why I really like school and I like taking notes, is because I get to be creative in this sense. This is just the process of notes that I have taken up the past 3 years. When I was a junior in high school, my US history teacher actually taught us how to take our notes like this. She called them Mackenzie notes, and I fell in love with it and I've been doing it ever since. But yeah, so I hope you guys liked this video. Like I said, let me know anything in the comments below. If you guys have any more questions, I can answer. If you guys want to see another video going into more detail, if I need to do a part 2 because this didn't make any sense, let me know and I will respond to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.